Boys and girls, I have once again returned to show you the greatest sounding heavy metal guitar speakers of all times. I know, it took me quite some time to come back after my first speaker video, half a year ago on the URM Academy channel. But here I am, and once again we will compare three speakers you might not have heard before with our industry standard, the amazing Celestion Vintage 30 Mesa Boogie voiced version. And today we have two speakers from Eminence and one speaker from Warehouse Audio. Interesting speakers, I can tell you. And what I will do is I will walk you through those speakers, play some guitar, do a lot of talking, and you can tell me how you like those speakers in the comments later. One more thing that makes this video even more fantastic is you can win this speaker here. Fantastic. It's an Eminence Governor. 75 watt speaker, very heavy, 8 ohm version. By the way, all speakers in this video are 8 ohm. Don't ask me again. You can win this exact speaker. It's pretty much brand new, broken in by me, and I've used it, I think, on 2 URM Academy videos. And you guys really liked it, so now you can win it. I will tell you later what you have to do. But let's talk about the signal path first. It's the exact same signal path like in my first speaker video. I'm playing my Fernandez Ravel baritone guitar, lovely guitar, into a tube screamer, into my beloved Brunetti Extra Lead, which is one of the most balanced sounding amps I know, and that's why I use it, into a Mesa Boogie full stack. That means we're playing 2 4x12 cabs, and each of the speakers is mic'd with a single SM57. I'm not using the same microphone position for each speaker because that makes no sense. I tried to make every speaker sound good. That's what I tried, all right? And just to make this clear, I'm playing real cabinets right now, no IRs, okay? So next door we have 2 real cabinets, real mics, and I'm playing them right now. If I do this, it's very loud over there. Let's have a listen to the Vintage 30. That's the sound we all know and love, hopefully. Like I said, it's an industry standard. And why? Because it sounds so balanced, especially the mids. The mids are, I don't know, they feel like linear. They are not linear, but it feels like there are not a lot of peaks and dips in the mids. It doesn't sound weird. It just sounds balanced and natural. One thing we shouldn't forget is that many of our favorite records have been done with vintage 30s. So that has also influenced our taste. I'm pretty sure about that. So the vintage 30 is what sounds right to us because we've learned that's the way a metal record's gonna sound, or a metal guitar is gonna sound. But then we also have a lot of people who say, I'm so bored. It sounds so generic. Everything sounds the same. And I've got something for you. That's why I'm testing more speakers, so you can find something that sounds cool, but not like everybody else. Here's the first speaker, which is supposed to be very different. This one is from Eminence and it's called SWAMP THANG. Let's go. My first impression, quite different, but also very balanced. And balance in the mids is the key for sounding good, if you want to be a speaker. Let's go back to the V30. Okay, now I can hear the difference. The V30 sounds more compact. It's more about the mids. The Swamp Thang seems to be fuller in the low end and the low mids and a little bit darker. Let me just go back to the Swamp Thang. But the main difference, as usual, is in the mids. I think the typical like mid bump that every speaker has is a lot higher in the Vintage 30 compared to the Swamp Thang. The Vintage 30 has that, 2-3K mid bump that makes it sound so aggressive. It helps the attack and is way above anything that could sound honky. Kunk, kunk, kunk. When I go back to the Swamp Thing, I feel the mid bump of that speaker is more around 1K or something, so a lot lower. Gong, gong, gong. Which makes it sound a little more boxy, but also a little more genty. To me, it sounds more like a K100 because of that 1K mid bump. And if you look at that speaker, I think it's a 150 watt speaker, so it has a big magnet and a big cone and dust cap. So you have to mic it very differently from the Vintage 30. It sounds very dark at the outside of the dust cap, and I had to go almost right into the middle. That also reminds me of the K100. I like the palm mute. Gang, gang, gang. Since many companies combine K100s and V30s, let's do that as well. That sounds great, huh? It's fun to play. To me, right now, it feels pretty cool. Like the mids are adding up nicely. So that was the Swamp Thang. Darker than a V30, fuller than a V30, a little more honky as well. Mids are shifted to around 1K. It sounds aggressive, but it sounds balanced. Good alternative to the K100, because I think alone it sounds a lot better and mixes great with the V30. Check it out. The next speaker is from Eminence again, and this one is a CV-75. Pretty unknown speaker if you ask me. It's from their British series this time. Let's have a listen. I can hear two things. First of all, a lot of very complex mids. Lower mids, upper mids, a lot going on in the mids. Let's go back to the V30. So that's a lot more compact and tighter compared to the Eminence. Which has more overtones. When you play palm mutes that grind, it almost feels like the speaker is pumping out like bloody particles into the air. Overall a little thinner. A A little boxy perhaps, because it's all mids. But balanced sounding and interesting sounding. So if you're looking for the opposite of scooped mids, you should check out the CV-75. Also nice on solos and leads. Complex sounding speaker, not the fattest sounding speaker in the world. One thing I should mention as well is it has a lot of sizzle in the highs. So right here I'm using a high cut filter around 9K. If I turn that off, it sounds like this. Can you hear that? I don't really like that. But it's easy to just put a high cut there and then it's gone. Let's try to mix this one with the V30 as well. I just felt like playing a Doom riff. For me, Doom is Paradise Lost and My Dying Bride. Not that hippie Doom. Also a cool combination, right? Eminence CV-75. A lot of complex mids. A lot of high-end sizzle. A lot of grindy highs that sound brutal, but you need a high cut in the studio. Not the thickest low end, but enough to play a decent chugga. Nice sounding speaker, and once again sounds pretty cool combined with a V30. Let's move on. The next speaker is from Warehouse Audio, from WGS. In my first speaker video, I showed you the Reaper 50, I think? Reaper. Great sounding, fantastic sounding speaker. I felt like it was kind of like a V30, just a little bit warmer. Not that aggressive. I really like that one. That was my favorite Warehouse speaker. Today, I'm showing you their actual V30 copy, which is called Veteran 30. And they say it is a warmer sounding version of the V30. They said they changed something in the upper mids to make it less harsh or something. So let's start with the V30 and switch to the Warehouse. Interesting. You know why? Because I feel it actually sounds more aggressive than the V30. Very balanced, very nice, but kind of raw and aggressive. Let's go back. So the V30 rather sounds like a tamed version of the Warehouse Veteran. Quite the opposite of what they say. But then again, we have a Mesa Boogie Voice V30 here, and I'm sure they're talking about the modern Chinese version. That is the closest speaker to the V30. Right now I feel like, hey, if you want to sound more aggressive, you need more bite than a V30, get this one. Veteran 30, balanced sounding speaker, not as balanced as the Reaper if you ask me, but good sounding, great alternative if you're looking for something else than the V30. I'm pretty sure, like I said, it's a good replacement for the Chinese V30s. I haven't done a straight A-B comparison though, but it sounds more aggressive than the Mesa V30s. Check it out. So let's do some straight A-B comparisons with different amplifiers and different amounts of gain, so you can hear how those speakers sound in a mix, which is a different story again. And I know you want to win that speaker, this one. It's fucking heavy, that thing. So if you want to win that Red Series Governor from Eminence 8 ohm version, you have to subscribe to my email list. There's a link below. Click that link and the rest is pretty idiot proof. So I will send this speaker to one of the dudes in that email list. Fantastic, right? What else? Before we go to the A-B comparisons and before I say goodbye, I want to say thank you. There have been so many views and so many comments. I'm overwhelmed. Keep on telling your friends that this channel exists and that I'm no longer on the URM Academy channel, where they might be looking for me. And what else? Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Ring the bell, ding dong. Subscribe to my socials, you will see it here and there. And as you might know, I will have a few products coming out in the next month. I'm working on some IRs and on some other very secret stuff. Keep on telling me what you want to see in the videos. That's all for today. Thank you very much. See you in hell, motherfuckers. Bye-bye. and 1 speaker from Warehouse Audio. Oh, fuck you.